Wow, it looks worse than my face in junior high. Man, that took as long as my last trip to the DMV. Can't leave your stuff sitting around here. It's thinner than Ralphie is. Ooh, your belly. You just had some milk? Rougher than third shift at the Waffle House. This vacuum right here has been through a lot.
You need to get to work.
That's Bigfoot fur. Chrome won't get you home. That's my sweat.
Hey.
What the cuss? Pat Sajak. Tom Brokaw. Pro tip.
Took 3 envelopes.
3? It's gonna add to the look of this car. Conway, Twitty, Antonio Banderas.
That stressed me out. Are you kidding me?
Quit videoing. Aluminum foil on it. Had to move the hogs out to make room for this. You kids can smoke back here. This is witchcraft. I think we've got pea gravel right outside the shop door.
It ain't even Crocs I got on right now.
My toes are glued together. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. 50, 51, 50, 51. Do a burnout! All the mechanical knowledge that's in there. In this video, the 63 Falcon Futura we saved from the junkyard finally returns. We do some body work, we do some interior work, a couple other little things, and we take it for a drive, and Ralph even gets to drive a little bit. So, let's get to it. Gosh, that took off like a rocket. I don't know where that socket ended up at. All right, we brought it into work now. Look at all the bubbling in the primer here. I don't know what someone's done, and it's obviously been in a, you know, somebody's got a little whiskey dent right here. They got a little whiskey in them, ran into something. So we got some dents to fix, and we're gonna strip this thing down to bare metal. Look at all that. Wow, it looks worse than my face in junior high. I'm probably gonna start with the other side though, so let's flip this thing over. Well, good news is this hood doesn't seem to be rusted out. I mean, we have the dent here from whatever they did with this car, but the framework doesn't appear to be kinked. I don't see any rusted out holes, so this is actually, aside from the big dent in the front, looks like a pretty good hood. Kind of similar story here. It looks like the surface of the moon underneath here. And I guess this is the original color right here that the car was before it was red and before it was gray primer. So let's get the strip of this thing. This thing is not light. Come on, you little booger. Are you stuck in there? That may be stuck. Oh, there we go. There we go. Anybody else ever been hit by one of them when the hood slammed down on you? Not a good time. We're gonna start stripping this thing with this right here, which is called a rapid strip disc according to Norton. Here's a part number if you're wanting to get one for yourself. The good thing about this disc that I'm using is it strips the paint without hurting the metal. If you were going to use like a grinder to do this, you would be messing up the metal. You'd have to, you know, Bondo or putty the entire panel. But this just cleans it out and it shows you exactly where your pits are in your metal, and just leaves you a really nice finish that you don't have to do anything to before you prime. It's very pitted right here where the hinge bolts up, so I'll give you a close-up on how this disc does on getting the pitting out. Check us out on other platforms at Sleeper Dude 88. Look how easy it is to get this red paint off. Somebody must not even sanded this thing. I mean, it takes no effort whatsoever to get the red paint. Now the factory paint's stuck on there pretty good. Man, look at all that dust and rust that's in there. You better wear a mask when you do stuff like this. Well, it looks pretty cool all stripped down. I noticed some really strange stamping marks and stuff in this metal that you don't normally see. See all that texture in there? It looks like maybe a battery exploded at some point, because all this rust pitting here was where it, I would assume maybe battery acid or brake fluid or something stripped the paint off. It looks like something splattered right here. So we're gonna treat that with some acid I've got and let it sit and eat up all this rust, because you don't want to prime back over that right there. Man, that took as long as my last trip to the DMV did to get this thing stripped. All right, same story here. So what this ended up being here is this is rust that's coming back up from underneath. So either they primered over rust pits like this. You know, primer doesn't protect against the weather like paint and clear coat does. So it's possible that moisture got through this and that's what the rust is. Can't leave your stuff sitting around here, somebody will mess with it. Well, I finally got it stripped after a few days of working on this in my spare time. So lots of pitting you can see here, but I didn't see any pitting that went all the way through the hood, so that's a good thing. But a lot of areas that look like good primer when you got them stripped off look like that right there. And that abrasive disc takes a lot of that pitting out of there. That's why I like using it over like a coarse grinder, because you could have stripped it with a grinder, yes, because it's probably gonna have to be, you know, wiped with Bondo over the whole thing anyway. It's got some pretty big dents here and there. Got a little whiskey dent right there. It's been brazed up before. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use this, I guess it's called Skyco, Osfo. That's words I don't know. But I'm gonna use this. You spray it on there and let it sit for at least 24 hours, and that gets in this rust and converts it to where, I don't know, it's not rust anymore. It's science. So we're gonna spray this whole thing down top and bottom and let it sit for 24 hours, and then we can do our next steps. It'll turn all this stuff black usually after a few hours. That's converting it from whatever it is, rust to not rust. So I've let it sit here overnight, and you can see that the acid has dried on there. But I'm gonna flip this thing over, and I'm gonna put some inside the framework of this hood, because you know there's gotta be rust in there that I couldn't get to with any kind of tool. So I'm gonna spray it inside there, let it sit inside there too, so we don't have any rust issues in there. There's just not a good way to get in there and do any of that. Now I've heard of people peeling panels apart, but I don't want to go that deep into this. Well, we've given the hood over 24 hours to sit here. You can see how it changes the color of these rust spots. So now it says you can just brush this off. I'm probably going to run over it with 80 grit and get all this acid, you know, residue off here, and then we're going to prime this thing. Well, that got most of that acid off there, but I'm going to go back over it, especially in here with the abrasive disc, the little orange disc, and try to probably go over the whole thing real easily just to try to get every bit of this off here. Okay, I got all that off there. So now we got nice bare metal. Now, usually when I'm putting primer over like Bondo, I use the P30A primer. But because this is bare metal, we're going to use an etching primer to seal this out. And then we'll do our body work on top of that when we get to that point. So here's what we're going to be using. This Corrosion Shield P995. It takes one part of this and two parts of this, so it has twice as much reducer as it does the actual primer. This stuff right here, it's thinner than Ralphie is. It's pretty watery stuff when you put it on. We've let that flash off now, that first coat, where all the, you know, the dampness is gone. Now we're gonna back it up with another coat and just keep doing this. I think I'll probably put 3 or 4 coats on it, something like that. There we go, we got 3 coats on it. It's pretty much flashed off dry now. Now the whole point of this is not like a, this isn't like a primer that is made to fill in scratches and imperfections. All this is made to do is seal this out. This is a self-etching primer, and it seals out to stop any sort of rust, because this thing has a lot of body work still to do to it. And if you put your hands on it, work on it, and you know, if you're not working on it non-stop, it's got to sit for a while, this thing's gonna rust over. So that's why we're putting this on there, is to seal out any chance of getting rust before we get our body work done. Now that we got the top side done, I'm gonna go back on this bottom side and clean off all this acid residue, I guess you'd call it, and we will prime the bottom side. Well, there we go. We got it all shined up. You can still see where the probably battery acid stains are here. But we should be ready to prime this thing now, and that'll give us a really good base to start our body work. That way we're not going to have any corrosion or anything coming back out with this thing. Well, there we go. We got it all dry now, and it should be ready to go. No more corrosion. That'll give us a good base to start with. Okay, so that's the work I did on the hood at my job, my day job. So we're back home here now with Ralphie, and we got the hood here. We found some of our bolts. We lost one. We had to fix some threads on a couple, so I think we're ready now to bolt it on the car. Then we're gonna move on to doing some of the interior work we wanna do. Ralphie, do you think you can handle helping put this hood on?
Maybe.
Hey, Rockies. You come to see us, put your hand over the corner.
Oh.
That's your side. Look, you keep your hand over the corner so it doesn't scratch the car. And then with your other free hand, you can put the bolt in. Man, these old cars cars have some serious slots to allow you to do whatever you want to do. We're going to put it kind of in the middle of the slot. And we'll see how it looks on the cowl. You kind of want to set it to the cowl because the cowl doesn't move. The fenders can move some, so you really want to set it towards the cowl. Then you can worry about your fender gaps. So we're going to close the hood with no latch in. I like to lighten the hood up without a latch first because the latch can affect everything. But right here we got too tight of a gap. You can see it's real tight here. It's looser over there. So we're going to slide the hood forward on this side. Got the same thing here where the hood's in on the fender. Oh, that was too much. Push down the hood. I think this side needs to come forward a little bit. Okay. I think we're pretty good there. With a little bit of adjusting, we got our gap equal across the back. And it's a little bit, yeah, this gap here is good now. I was putting in here, what are you doing, girl? Because you want to, if you're doing a restoration on a car, you want to get your gaps right before you start your serious body work. Because if you're going to have to do some metal work to this fender, you want to get your gaps right first, because there may be metal work you have to do to get the gaps right before you do all your body work. You don't want to do all your body work, get it slick, and then realize you can't get your gaps right. Isn't that right, Puddin'? You're getting little horns, huh?
Yeah, she's got a nub.
She's so sweet. Oh, your belly. You just had some milk? Now that we got our hood lined up where we want it, I'm going to go ahead and put the latch back in. I really like lining one up without the latch in it. It really, I feel like, does a better job. Okay, let's see how it does with the latch. Perfect. That hinge sits up a little bit right there. We may have to adjust that out of it at some point, but so our eventual goal is we're going to do all the body work to this, get it all smoothed out, and put actual, you know, like high build primer on it to fill in. But we'll eventually revisit this hood and the whole car, strip it down, the rest of it to bare metal, do all our body work, get all our gaps right, and paint this thing. So now we're going to move on to our interior. So the way you know you have a good wife is that they bought you door panels for your car for Christmas. So I had these at Christmas, and then for my birthday, she ordered me the quarter trim panels, and it took like 3 months to get them. So I freaked out when I first got them because this white stuff on them, and I was like, that's not right. Well, this is just a protective layer over the chrome. So what we're gonna do is pull the old ones out one at a time, use them as a pattern, because we've got to cut out our own holes for our armrest and our window cranks and stuff, and our trim clips. So we're gonna go ahead and get the old ones off. We had to put the Go Babies in Go Baby gel because they were literally getting into everything. We was afraid they didn't get hurt, So here's what we're starting with here. These door panels are in terrible shape. Probably some point in the 80s or something, somebody cut a big hole for speakers, unfortunately, in these things. But they got a lot of water damage from this car sitting outside for 30 years. The Futura has a different armrest. It's got this cool chrome armrest, but we're probably going to start with the back quarter trim panels, because just to get the hang of it, because we're going to have to cut our own holes and everything, like I said. And I'd rather not screw up a front door panel if I don't have to. Right, Ralphie?
Yeah.
These door panels look rougher than third shift at the Waffle House.
Oh, jeez.
It's pretty rough.
No, I look rougher than Taco Bell toilets.
Oh, wow. You took it too far. So, this thing has the shortest back seat I've ever seen, I think. It's like, the seat bottom is so tiny. Here you go, Ralphie. We'll eventually want to do new seat covers, but our front seats don't actually match each other. So I'm first going to have to get a matching set of front seats. I've been looking for them, but I have not found them yet. At least this car is a hardtop, which makes it easier. This vacuum right here has been through a lot. this is the tool you need to get your inside window cranks off. There's a little clip in there. Usually it's facing this way, and this will pop the clip off, and then it'll fly off in the middle of nowhere. You'll never ever see it again. I bought this at the Turkey Run car show in Daytona in like 2005. Sometimes people will put them on backwards, but usually they're facing this way. Did I get it? Oh, see the clip. Where are you headed?
I'm gonna try.
Is that fun?
It's weird.
There we go. So there's your little clip in there. And like I said, a lot of times they'll pop off and fly off into the wild blue yonder. I'm assuming there's a couple clips at the front edge. Now I bought some new clips just in case. I figured we would need some. Man, look at that. There's some sort of nest in here.
You need to get to work.
He don't even have nap mat.
What? Oh.
So I had thought these didn't have an outline because I had looked at the front ones, but there is a little bit of outline, and the back one it's more prevalent. You can really tell it. I like how they have like a shiny coating on it to protect against the weather. That's good. I guess this is in case you don't want the armrest in the back. You just leave this in.
Robbie, does this make you nervous cutting on the stuff like this?
I'm just afraid you're gonna like rip it and it's all gonna be messed up. But
It makes me nervous too.
And this right here is your little holes for your clips that hold the front edge down. That's Bigfoot fur. It's what they use on these old Fords.
so it's your hair.
Exactly.
Man, that's the legend.
Remember, chrome won't get you home.
What?
I don't know why they tuck it under this and staple it. Like, I'm gonna have to at least score it or something here so we don't tear the edge. I don't want to cut through the chrome though. Like that. That's my sweat.
Hey.
So we got our brand new clips I bought for it too. So I just figured these old wire clips were probably junk. Oh wait, we need to cut a slot here, don't we? For the screw to go through.
Yeah.
So you can see it has the same type of pattern that this thing would have had when it was new. And look at the difference. We're not gonna be able to see the drive with the glare off this. Okay, let's see if we messed it all up or not. That seems to line up there. So our clips aren't lining up. I turned them this way. It looks like they need to be turned that way, even though the factory ones were turned this way. There we go. Let's see if I can find the threads for this here. Nope. I'm not having any luck finding the clips for these armrests behind here. That's hitting nothing there. I'm gonna have to pull this back out some and see what's up with that. I don't know exactly where we were hitting back here. I don't see a mark on it. But this, the clip has fell out, so that was our deal on the front. There we go. So we've got quite a bit of surface rust on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean it off with some steel wool best I can. That's looking a lot better back here. So from this front edge, it's 7 3/8 of an inch, that first hole. And on this, it's 7, so I must be hitting it in front of where it's supposed to be. So the hole should actually be back here. That one's closer, that's about right there. It's still, it should be in front of this one and behind that one. So that's right at the top edge of the chrome. I think we're gonna have to notch this chrome right here. So this is the holes on the door panel. This is where the hole actually is measuring out to be. So this chrome is actually plastic, so I can just notch it with the razor blade here. All right, second attempt on this now. Hopefully we got it figured out better now. So it should be right about here at the top of that chrome. I think I may have got them started finally. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and clean our window crank too. I mean, yeah, you probably should replace them if you're wanting it to be, you know, whatever, a perfect restoration. And we might eventually get to that point, but right now, you know, the envelope, you gotta think about the envelopes. It's shining up pretty nice. It's obviously spotted. Right, we're gonna put this back on. I believe they're supposed to have a plastic washer behind them. I may have to check into that and see if I can get some so it doesn't cut your door panel up. There we go. Man, look at that, Ralphie. Man, that looks good. I really love the chrome on there and the black. Now, eventually, when we repaint this car, we'll have to redo these too and paint them black. But that's not going to be a thing today. All right, now, same thing on this side. Who needs door locks? It should be right there. What the cuss? Pat Sajak. Tom Brokaw.
You want me to get the crowbar?
No. Oh, look at that. Now, where'd the clip go? I heard it fall. Believe it or not, I actually was able to find the clip. Now, if you're having trouble putting these clips on, you can stick a socket in there that's the same size as the hole, and that will allow you to snap them on without the little corners getting hung up. Pro tip. Well, this chrome on this side is not pitted as bad as the other side, so I'm thinking this is going to clean up pretty nice here. It's really kind of incredible what that steel wool will do to chrome. Isn't that cleaning up pretty good?
Yeah.
You serious today?
Mm-hmm.
I took some measurements off the car again on this one. I'm gonna try to actually mark this one first. At least that little guy there is plastic instead of metal. Makes it a little bit easier. This is the part I really don't like right here, having to cut on this because I don't want this thing to cut through the chrome. Kind of fun, isn't it? Feeling it? Yeah. The goat's trying to get it from the bottom side. I hate the way this is stuck under that. Look at that, I don't like that. It's like it has a wrinkle in it.
I paid good money for this.
I
This
know.
wasn't on cheapo.
This wasn't no Wish. This isn't Wish.com.
No, this ain't
here.
Wish.
It's got a wrinkle in it.
Took 3 envelopes.
3? Lord.
You're expensive.
There's the difference. Hopefully this will be a little bit easier to get those screws in since we measured it ahead of time. What are you doing, Ralphie?
Playing the PS2.
We decided to bring my old PlayStation 2 out here for him to play when he got downtime. Huh? Is it ball time?
Come on.
For babies? Better go drink your bottle. Go with mama. I had to go into the storage facility and get my armrest. So apparently I've got more armrests than I even need, it looks like, for this thing. Check this out. I got another Futura glove box emblem, and look at this. A Sprint. Man, that thing's cool, huh? So I just picked the best armrest I had and cleaned it up real quick. I think that one grabbed. For as hard as those are to get off, they sure are easy to put back on. Yeah, that's gonna look really nice. I really think that it's gonna add to the look of this car a whole lot, these new panels. I'm excited about doing the front ones because they're in such bad shape. It's falling apart. These little buggers. Conway Twitty. Antonio Banderas. There we go. Somebody's run a screw through this one to try to hold the trim panel on, I guess, when it started coming loose. Oh yeah, quality. It looks like the only thing they did was the opening used to come to here, and they've cut it and peeled it back just a little. So they didn't cut a big hole in the door. Looks like there was already a hole there. I'm gonna go ahead and oil the regulator and stuff while we got this open. A little grease in here. This thing had no clips left on it, Alfie. Compared to that stuff. That cleaned up pretty nice. Isn't it crazy what that'll do to it? Oh yeah, it shined up pretty good. She likes to pick at stuff, so this is a perfect job for her.
It makes me a little bit nervous though. That stressed me out. I seen that and I was like,
You didn't do it. You like that, don't you?
yeah.
Crocs?
Are you kidding me? I hate you.
I bet there's nothing wrong with Crocs.
I'm done. Finish yourself. I'm done. Looks good. He's ready.
Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna hold it. They cracked me up.
You okay?
Yeah.
Videoing.
Videoing. There's nothing to video.
I'm videoing.
There ain't nothing.
Oh, I'm videoing it.
Man, this is gonna look so good, isn't it? Yeah. Can barely contain my excitement. Let's bow this out so we can tuck the bottom in to that channel, okay? There's a tight fit, isn't it? Maybe we should start from the bottom. The bottom track looks a little like it could be a little bit deeper than the top track here. Golly, that's stiff. Scares me to death. It's gonna have to go like that right there to get in.
Don't be scared.
I guess it'll work, but man, that's a tight fit. I guess it has to be. You get it to poke in there while I'm pulling down on it. There you go. Now work your way towards me. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Is it all fun kids too?
It's gotta be clipped in back there still. Man, I don't want to hurt that.
Could you clip it in over here and
I don't know what it needs. Right there. There you go. Yeah. Man, it's got some serious clips. Perfect. This one actually had the plastic bushing that goes behind it I was talking about earlier. Does that not look awesome?
That's awesome.
I love it. Oh, we're gonna shine it up a little bit. Got some dust on it, don't it?
Yeah.
You're always going the extra mile, aren't you? They don't make door panels like that anymore, do they?
No.
With the aluminum foil on it. Let me tell you, last one here. Had to move the hogs out to make room for this. Might put little screws in this one too to see all this is got the pitting and the faded. Why don't you work on that? I would say that's Futura only trim there. I would think that a base model probably doesn't have that. There we go. I thought that one wasn't too bad. It had the little plastic washer behind it too. Look at the difference here between this and what he's been shining on there. wonder what kind of contaminants are inside this stuff that I'm not supposed to be touching, probably.
I want to touch it.
Quit touching it.
Oh yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working. Wow. I'm wiping these off with the magic eraser.
Clean it good, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. I don't like you. Come here, look at this. Is that supposed to happen?
It's got, look at that, it's like delaminating right there. You know, normally it's a joke that we buy top of the line stuff and it messes up, but now this is actually, we actually did buy a top of the line door panel and it's messing up. I think we're finally ready. It's probably gonna be so nice. After this, we gotta get to doing an engine swap on it, huh?
Yeah.
We gotta be really careful with the metal part. There you go, buddy. Look at this. That is not even glued down. It's been brown before, and the brown's not even glued to the material. Wow. It's just totally loose on there. Man, I'm not happy with that. The way all that's just loose on there. You know that's gonna eventually do what it's doing right there and get worse. Hey, first shot. Man, there we go. How awesome is that? I've never had a car with like reproduction door panels on like this. Maybe I can get this bubble out this way. I don't know. So here's what Daddy's thinking we need to do next. I want to make a rear package tray or a rear shelf, whatever you want to call it back there. I think I'm going to have to get some wood paneling to make it out of, and then some black vinyl to glue down to it. They're pretty simple to make. I've made a few of them before. At some point, get some carpet for this thing, because the carpet's okay, but it's not great.
Does that mean we get to go to Hobby Lobby and Lowe's, my two favorite stores?
Yes, we get to go to your two favorite stores. So it's gonna have to be about 55 inches wide and a foot this way. Ralphie, it's a good thing there's ashtrays back here.
Yeah.
So you kids can smoke back here.
Yeah.
Good.
Man, this magic eraser is the stuff.
We go play multiplayer on Medal of Honor.
Man, it does look so much better. Such an improvement on the interior, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You approved?
Yeah.
Ralphie approved. I'm gonna straight up slay you, bro.
You're not.
Ah!
You're not anymore,
Got him. On the road again. So,
I just said I need a couple bags of pea gravel to go with my rocks. Don't make it more than it is, okay?
I have no problem with Crocs. Oh, you said
kidding me?
Oh, you said rocks. You said rocks.
You don't.
Are they pretty comfortable to walk in?
You're gonna pay for it.
She gets so mad. The cheap stuff.
Is it the cheapest one?
The cheapest one. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. We came here just for vinyl and
I've
glue.
never had one of these before.
You're tripping, boo.
Give me the bag.
What else you buy? What is this? This is witchcraft. She has sent me and Ralphie in here alone and said, get 3 bags of pea gravel while you're in there. I have no idea where this is at in here. Ralphie, I don't know why she's buying this. I think we've got pea gravel right outside the shop door. You had to do it.
What the heck?
I told you, it's too heavy. I told you. You don't listen. You don't have the arm ab yet.
Show me your arm abs. Look at that. Abs.
Genetics. Oh, cutting it close, aren't we? I don't understand why we needed pea gravel. There's some right outside the door of the shop.
It just says Ralphie Peas on it. Tell me I'm using it.
Just think of all the downforce we'll have on this thing going down the highway, especially with you driving. You'll have them Crocs really pushing on the pedal.
Gosh. Oh, God. It ain't even Crocs I got on right now. Thank you.
$32. What all did you order? You know how many Crocs you can buy for $32?
Not very many.
Here's some of Rocky's babies up here by the building. Man, that one right there looks almost just like him. They're from different mamas, but they just look almost identical. How come your beard's getting so long? Oh, look at the little babies coming. Oh, Vanya went down. And if you didn't know, this is Granny's baby here. Did you see that on Pinterest? Yeah, don't get your Crocs dirty.
Go on. Just go on.
Made some quick measurements on this and made us a pattern here to go by. And we're gonna start cutting on that hardboard. So it's 8.5 inches at the corners, and then it goes out to 12.5 and back to 8.5 on that end. It tapers in 3/4 of an inch on each side. So I'm just gonna try to freehand this. I set the blade really shallow so I could make a curve with it. We'll see how good my freehand is. It kind of tucks up underneath the back window weather strip. Looks like we're pretty good everywhere except for the corners. The corners are gonna have to be round and not sharp. Think that'll work, Ralphie?
Yeah.
That fits pretty good. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna use this really thin foam underneath the vinyl. This is a bumper wrapper I got from work. Her belly's dragging the ground. So there's our stuff we're using. It's basically contact cement. You can use contact cement in a spray gun. You just spray it on there and then let it tack up for a second and stick it down. It's wherever you put it is where it's gonna stay.
It's really strange. Oh, it is strange.
Keep your side up. Just don't want to get a wrinkle in it. That way it has a soft edge instead of a real sharp edge. I think it'll look better that way.
Just like Mom's cuts.
Sometimes I cut corners. My toes are glued together. Here, stay like this far away. Then keep moving. Go. Okay, stop. Just like. It doesn't take a whole lot here.
Yeah.
Look, we're just gonna fold it over real tight like this now.
You want me to do
Yeah,
it?
just. It really sticks, don't it? Man, look at that.
Looks good.
Ralphie has stole Squeezy's bike to do the jump. Epic. Did it hurt?
Yeah. It didn't really feel like good.
I bet it didn't. So we just got some shirts in the mail. If you guys didn't know, we have the flip-flops and Maypops we've had. We have the Sleeper Dude shirt with the Fairmont wagon. We have a Ralphie approved shirt now. And we also have It's Just a Little Whiskey Dent shirt. So if you guys want them, you can see them below the video. See, I think this will give us a nice soft edge with that little bit of foam in there. So altogether, we're only gonna have $25 in this, not counting, you know, that we have enough to make another one. So, you know, it really wasn't that expensive to make this. Well, that looks pretty good. What do you think about it, Ralphie?
It's good.
See how it has like a soft edge instead of having a hard edge with that foam there?
Yeah.
Have you been working out? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, we may even get demonetized over that. Yeah, that's not bad for 25 bucks. So it kind of tucks under on both sides right here. And it's gotta go underneath the glass at the same time. Tuck back under the glass there. It's kind of a shame to put this rough old seat back in here, but
It looks great. You know, with the seat there, covering up all the trunk and stuff.
gotta get our seatbelts in there for all the kiddos. Doesn't that have like the shortest seat, Ralphie?
Oh, I like it.
We've got to get a new seat cover for that. I like the little Falcon insignia in there. Envelopes, exactly. Gotta get the envelope built up. Well, there's really only one thing left to do is, like, go get ice cream, right?
Yeah.
One thing I almost forgot we're gonna do is I need to change this dimmer switch out, because one of the reasons why I can't drive this car so much is the headlights cut in and out. So a bunch of you guys were saying it was probably the dimmer switch. So we're gonna change this out real quick and see if that fixes it. Right, Ralphie?
Yeah.
I hope this fixes our headlight problems. That would be nice. So if anybody needs some good used door panels, I got some for sale. You know, just hit me up, bro. How the hell did they make this? They forgot to do the Galaxy. We gotta get back on this one, don't we?
Yeah. That might be enough.
I'm gonna hit it.
No. I don't think so. No, you're fine.
Barely fit. So this thing's a little nasty from being sitting outside a few times and being in the shop. So we're gonna clean some of this junk off here real quick and then head to town and get some ice cream.
Dairy barn?
Sounds good. I mean, we couldn't go to town with it looking nasty, you know, rolling on dirties. You might have noticed I was trying to keep water off the hood because I don't really like putting water on a car that's, you know, you freshly done a bunch of work to and primed. It doesn't really protect against the weather like paint does. So not a good idea to leave your primer car out in the weather. The more you know.
Yeah.
Pull it apart. There you go. It's got a dead spot, bro. You can't be hitting it that hard.
If you give her the beans, it does nothing.
That's two. Real easy on the throttle.
Where am I going?
He loves to drive. I don't know where he's going. He's just gonna leave me here, I guess. Scoot over. You know, the governor says you're not ready to drive yet.
Who cares what they say?
Wawa and Squeezy are not feeling good right now. They're a little under the weather, so they're not going to be going with us this time, unfortunately. They'll be here in spirit.
I don't like the brake pedal. It's so hard to push.
But it still barely shifts in a second, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This transmission's not very healthy.
What gear are you in?
Well, we're in second. It only has 2 gears, so it's got first and second, and it barely has second.
Well, it's kind of slow and flutter.
Trying to shift. And now we're in second. It's just nice to have a car that has a fuel gauge. That's nice. It really only wants to go about 55, 60.
I want to see how fast it'll go.
Very fast.
And I want to know what would happen if it gets like floored
still a little bit of an auctioneer speedometer, but the bids are lower now. It's more like 50, 51, 50, 51. You know, we were getting bigger bids back before we fixed that. Yeah, we got good oil pressure now. We got good volts. Our temperature is good. So we're doing good now. It actually drives pretty smooth at this speed.
Yeah.
This is about what it wants to go though. About 50, 55 is what it likes.
What are you gonna get?
I like a sundae with a brownie.
A dreamsicle.
Like another 2 years, that would be nice.
Another 4 years.
Another 4 years, that would be even better, wouldn't it? Like disc brakes and 5-lug, that would be cool too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was really fun to rip it around the road course at Ford Fest though. I wish they would have let you ride with me. Yeah, the Dairy Barn's like a local hangout place everybody goes to, so there's usually a lot of people there. It hasn't been forgotten, I've been there a long time ago. Look at that old Mopar right there pulling in. We're not the only ones. That's a race car, look at them shackles. Alright, we made it. This thing has been so reliable.
I thought we died once coming back from church or something.
Let's go get some ice cream.
Oh.
And a dreamsicle and a fountain. Ralphie, we need one of them at the house with the.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not even gonna wait for me? Get mine? I can't believe you talked me into this. Is yours good?
Yeah.
I don't know, there's no way I'm gonna be able to eat all that whole thing. Mm. Man, this has changed my life.
Mhm.
So should we put the 302 in here with the 5-speed?
Maybe.
We should have brought an RC Cola with us.
Yeah.
If I had a 6-pack of Viennas and this and an RC Cola, that might be the perfect meal. What is that I see? Man, Monte Carlo SS. I didn't know it was drive your hot rod night. Nice looking Monte Carlo SS. Oh, he wouldn't do a burnout for you? Do a burnout! He shook his head at me. Is this a little bit better filming location than working out in the garage at 100-degree heat?
Yeah.
I was just talking about how good it runs. You want to hear it? I wish the girls could have come with us.
I want to stop where there's turns.
Yeah, you can switch lanes. It'll be easy. Go ahead. Alright, pull much. Got my safety hand on over here. So when I was your age, my dad used to let me drive while he slept. I'm not quite that confident. Yeah, I think that's a little dangerous. It's a bigger engine anyway.
What?
Yeah, the 460 is bigger than the Godzilla.
Well, which one's more
The
powerful?
460 is 7.5 liters. I think the Godzilla is 7.3.
Can I drive down the driveway?
I guess he's gonna drive in. As far forward as it goes.
Oh, well.
I'm all prayed up. Put your foot on the brake.
Bam.
You're basically a professional driver. I like how you have to like look up to see to drive.
What's that?
What are you
He thinks he's a
doing?
professional driver.
You need a ride?
I think I'm good.
We don't have to make a parade lap in our yard in every single video we ever make. You know that? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Strong foot.
Hit it. Faster. There you go. Ugh. Good job, buddy.
Just gonna let it roll.
We need to fix that, don't we? Good job, buddy.
Oh, I drive better than Wawa.
We got to get our hood fixed. You know, we still got some body work to do. We got to, you know, prime it and paint the whole car eventually. But it's a start. Got our new door panels in. They look awesome. Got our dimmer switch in. Hopefully that'll fix the headlight issue.
We got the thing right there.
Yeah, we got our rear shelf put in. We need some RC Colas, you know?
Yep.
And some Vanias. Sometimes you can eat dessert first. Real quick before we go, we got in the P.O. box today a book for Wawa.
Yeah.
Since she said in the live stream she wanted to be a doctor one day, somebody sent that to you. It didn't have a name on it, so I can't say who sent it. But Mr. Garcia sent Ralphie and us these little things to go on his glasses to keep him from falling off his head. I need to put them on my glasses, but we've already been breaking into these. So appreciate you sending something again, Mr. Garcia. Now I went and got this RC Cola myself, so I know nobody shook this thing up. Hey, Rocky's over here. Look at that. Imagine that. I go get it myself and it doesn't blow up in my face. Coincidence?
Coincidence?
I think not.
Why is she headbutting my foot?
You're going to see plenty more videos of the Falcon to come. I'd really love to get the correct seats in the front, get carpet for it, do the body work and paint. Hey, pour one out for your homies. One of the biggest things is I really want to do some sort of engine and transmission swap. Now, I have nothing against inline sixes. I'd love the inline six, but it's so darn close to the radiator that I really don't think there's much options on like putting a turbo on it or something. I think it would be kind of a pain. But we also got the Galaxies. We got what, the Fairmont project, the Super Coupe project.
F100.
We got the Fairmont wagon now and the Futura. Hopefully we'll have some more soon. Got the Dodge Darts. Okay, all right, here you go, Rocky. There you go. Got your Vanias. Got the Studebaker, Malibu, F100, the motorhome. We got all kinds of projects around here, so we have plenty more videos to come. Check out our second channel if you haven't already at Sleeper Dude 2. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Sleeper Dude 88. You can also buy our merch below. Just below our videos is our merchandise. If you want to buy a t-shirt like the new Whiskey Dent t-shirt, or the flip-flops and Maypops, or whatever you want to buy, the OG Fairmont wagon shirt, you can't have all of them. Here.
Too full.
You too full after that ice cream?
Yeah.
But we really appreciate you guys watching. If you didn't watch the videos, this would never be possible. I mean, we've had videos now that hit 1 million views. I can't believe that. I never expected to see something like that. But, of course, it's my wife's tractor. That's the one that gets 1 million views. Makes a lot of sense. You just gonna eat all of them? You're not gonna let me have anything? All right, tell them bye, Rocky. Tell them thanks for watching. Oh, Rocky. Rocky. Golly. That's not good. They look like twins. Look, more babies here. It's the youngest one here of Rocky's. Granny. You are looking fine, girl. And Vaina over here, she's been wallering in the mud. She must have gotten a hot tub again. Oh. No? You like it? Yep. Oh. Ralph, do you have any words of wisdom to part with these people?
Jesus saves and George Nelson withdraws.
That's your go-to now, isn't it? She's equipped with an alarm. Oh, and he's off. He's off. All the mechanical knowledge that's in there.
Well, Jeopardy's waiting for us.
Yes, Jeopardy is waiting for us. We better get to that.
Yep. How's the good girl? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Limp mode. Crocs?